It is so very rare in the course of human events that a duo so powerful and influential comes around and changes the course of history itself. Lennon and McCarthy, R2-D2 and C-3PO, Mario and Luigi, Bert and Ernie, Peanut Butter and Jelly, and now, in the obscure and extremely specific paintball demographic talk show space, two descendants of Winston Churchill himself take you on a weekly adventure every Tuesday at 4 p.m. live on YouTube. Celebrating their 100th episode, which definitely started before the Play the Game podcast, your number one rated live paintball show on YouTube, Kyle Spicka and Ryan Greenspan welcome you to the Spick Span Show.
We just need to change that slightly. So instead of saying 100 episodes, it just says to 100 more or something.
Yes,
Here's a
yeah,
century.
yeah.
But, you know, welcome to episode 101. It was going to be titled The Hangover just because we celebrated so hard at the last one.
Yes.
You know?
The great exit by Maddie.
The great exit by Maddie. And
I feel like we're a little bit high.
yeah, I can bring it down.
Should I roll that thing down? Or?
I don't know. What do you think?
Maybe just give it a little.
Let's
give it a little roll down.
Just remember that the camera set situation is very. Oh, look what you're doing. Now we're.
No, we were already doing that.
We were?
Yeah.
Man, you know, the Doghouse Studios look so clean. I would stop moving that thing. Just don't touch it. Just don't touch it.
All right.
I've been messing around with some different changes and some settings. I nerded out pretty hard on YouTube tutorials just to get rid of the glitch. And I was telling you, you know, I thought that maybe it was because I took this GoPro, because we weren't having any problems. Then I went to Indonesia, right, went on that surf trip, took the GoPro, didn't use it one time. Mm-hmm. It was way too hectic for any of that. And then, yeah. We came back, and I think that I had it set at like 4K or like something with the frame rate. Something was going on, but it's certainly working better now than it was. But you got this like, just not getting the motion. It's not working as well as it used to. But nonetheless, it is working better than it has in the last couple episodes. So, and the only problem is I can't tell how well it works until we go live with a bunch of people. Because you need, like, if I do it like a test run,
Then it's working fine.
it works great.
Yeah.
When I'm the only person watching, right? It's just me doing a private YouTube thing and the cameras zoom in, everything looks great. As soon as you ramp this thing up, like the computer is just could be the computer. Maybe it's the computer.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, a great show we got here today. We got a lot of great announcements. And we just had a clinic out at Black Ops in Fayetteville,
North Carolina.
And it sold out. Kyle and I handled it incredibly well, 40 players, and everybody was super
45
stoked.
45
the first day.
Yeah.
And actually, we got some really good nuggets out of it. The player base out there was really high. There's the Alpha NRG Elite kids were incredibly talented bunch of players, also very humble, very respectful to the rest of the players out there. I thought they really impressed me. And then on top of that, they asked a bunch of good questions, and so did Carlton, another player out there, was really hungry. So we want to use some of their questions to help answer some of possibly your questions.
There was like some, and I think a lot of it, the really good questions came about like furthering your personal paintball career, or how to better make your team better, and how to work with different players on the team and different personalities and different skill sets. So we'll get into that as well, because I think that was some really good, brought up some really good topics for discussion.
Yeah, and I'm pretty excited about that. Then we have Thomas Taylor joining us today, longtime viewer, first time caller.
Yeah. You know, I remember it would give us shout outs too, like from the beginning too, on the Instagram story.
And he's one of the other pros that are old like myself. And we have Chicago coming up in 2 weeks. The layout drops yesterday for everybody else. Obviously, the Spick and Span Show got a first look at it because You know, we have special ties. So for all the rest of you pros out there, you can complain to Jason Trojan.
Yeah, we have it set up here
yeah.
in the studio behind. Can't
Right.
turn the camera around.
But yeah, we're not gonna. We can't show you guys as part of the deal, but we can talk about some of the ideas and concepts that you guys can look forward to looking into. So, if you guys have a problem with it, don't bitch at us. Don't bitch at your teammates. You know who to talk to.
Someone asked, TRG Goat said, "Is Thomas Troll Taylor headband dropping tonight? Is there a headband dropping tonight?"
Not that I'm aware of. I actually haven't talked to Alex. I was trying to give him a, he was, no, I don't know.
Guess you just have to wait a little bit.
Let's ask Alex. Let's see. Sup, fool. See what Alex says. That's usually we'll get it done. And thanks to Weagle. It is. I was wondering if I should do my hair, but I feel like this is working. You know, you're laid back with the. As soon as you have a button-up shirt on that's buttoned down 2 buttons, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I could be. You could be naked right here. You never know.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Kyle's not super uncomfortable right now, so I'm clearly not naked. But that would be pretty funny.
I remember there was a bunch of, like, when COVID was first starting, there was like a bunch of those funny videos where people were like in meetings for work and they would stand up and like get their pants on.
Yeah. Just ass cheeks when they turn around. Yeah. And yeah, if anybody out there, I see you guys got some ideas on what we could do as far as camera setups and camera systems. You know, we've got a Hero 9 that we're rolling right now, and it has worked before. What it is like, there's all sorts of stuff going on. There's a. I mean, I got notes. I got like notes. You got this bit rate, whatever the hell that means. Codec, not sure. And then the problem is there's so many different variations of every single computer update and app update and this update that when you go online and try to search the combination of them all, I don't know. There's a latency thing. Anyway, long story short, I think it's working a lot better than it has in the past. So yeah. Anyway, we're gonna keep chipping away at it, everybody.
Oh, so the Bobby Vila's Bobcat drops tomorrow actually, and I saw a really cool video for that, the Bobcat that jumps out at the end. Sweet.
Oh, I didn't see the Bobcat jump out at the end.
Yeah,
my video stopped right then.
Maybe it went black and then you didn't wait.
Oh, I didn't
and then
wait.
You shut it.
I don't have attention. No attention span over here.
Shout out to Chris O. Speaking of Chris O, I saw in that, what I don't know what the technical term is, but when you're walking into the stadium and they take pictures of your fit.
Yeah.
Had the Hormesis shirt on.
The runway.
Yeah.
The runway.
It's kind of like the runway.
It is actually.
Yeah.
Because so many people dress up like all fancy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So.
Is there actually...
That's awesome.
Chris, is there a dress code for when you're walking? Can you be like wearing shorts and a t-shirt? Can you be,
Yeah, you can definitely wear shorts. Because people wear like short suits, like funny stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, shout out to Chris O. Hope you're enjoying the new town. And then also just want to reiterate how rad last week was. Big congrats to Pat Paget, who I'm sorry I might have just blown your last name, but I hand delivered him my Signature Series Force. As you saw, Marcelo Margot's Signature Series Force dropped today. Looks really good. But Pat is the first I guess non-team player to have a Signature Series production model Force from Dynasty. So congrats there. Also, the paintball booth should be getting your gun any day now if it has not already arrived. And that's just some of the magnitude, some of the many, insert favorite adjective there, of items that we gave away. So, yeah, if you haven't already watched episode 100, you guys are going to want to go back there.
And I have a really cool gift coming that I already sent you today. I'll send you the photo right now. You could...
Let's save it till next week.
All right.
Just announce where it's coming from, and then,
it's our boy, Eric, over in New Hampshire, that I've done many clinics at his field at AG Paintball, and you came with me once as well. So he has a online site called pbwarehouse.com, and they just made some pretty cool JT packs. A little retro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it was funny because he's sending one for the show for us to give away. And then I was like, man, that's rad. And he's like, there's only 25 made of each color.
Oh, no way.
And I was like, man, I kind of want to keep that. I would wear this. I want to wear this. So someone's going to be stoked to get this next week when we get it in. So
awesome. Oh, and then this just in, Bryant picked up his force.
Actually, you know what? We have to show it, and we have to give it away today because they're launching tomorrow.
Oh, done. So you send that to me to the computer.
Yep.
And then I put it up on the line, and then we do some magic here. Also, we want to talk to you guys a little bit about the Chicago prep and accept. Yep. Okay. Save to downloads. Got it. And then who out there plays fantasy football? Because our league just started yesterday, and we do this crazy draft, and it's probably one of the more stressful and annoying weeks of my life. Camille hates it, and it's a pain in the ass. And I just wanted to say that because I just got finally it started. My draft started yesterday, and I finally just got my first guy.
Oh wow!
So that's how long it takes. I started it yesterday at 9 a.m. and I just got my first guy.
That's too much,
dude. It's too much. It's too much. AG pack coming up right now. Let's see here. Okay, so. This, everybody, is bingo on the full screen right there. The new pack dropping tomorrow.
And I believe there's a few colors.
Yeah, I'm guessing there's going to be a red. There's going to be a black. There's going to be...
Send me this cool little video, too.
Okay.
And it looks like there's like a...
Oh, purple with neon?
Blue, a green. Okay. Red. JT Spike pack.
AFI right there. We cannot post that one.
Yeah.
that is a copyright infringement. Possibly. So careful with that one where you post that video. I like AFI. But not enough to have YouTube shut this thing down.
Yeah.
Also, if you guys haven't seen, jumped over to Mafia Productions YouTube channel, check out the 2 mic'd up episodes. Actually, he's got more than 2. He's got a handful of mic'd up episodes. I know we're going to be up there in Sacramento practicing against Impact on weekend 2 of the layout, so you can look for more content from him coming out. Those are really cool. Got a ton of really good comments on those. Obviously, when I watch Alex's, it's funny. Like, just we talked about how easy it is for him just to like be nonchalantly playing and then also kind of like making jokes.
Yeah.
And then where mine is like a little less funny or entertaining, but also still pretty cool to see the insight into what goes on during the match with some of your favorite paintball players or some of your least favorite, depending on who you are out there. I'm assuming that if you were watching this show, I would be one of the top in this. Although for those of you who don't comment a lot, also might be on the bottom of your list as well. So, not sure where I fit.
Oh yeah, and Eric's in here.
Mm-hmm.
So he said there's 4 colors: red, blue, tan, and green, and purple lime.
Awesome. And then
thank you for that awesome gift.
And is the paintball booth in here? I wanted to see if you're in here because Matrix Gear Paintball sent him. It gave him this gun right here.
Yeah.
So he won this last week.
That's right.
Yeah. So
It was a big show. Yeah.
Last week.
Tons of gifts. We got a lot of gifts to give away too now, along with that pad.
Yeah,
Some Tigerwear stuff.
We're loaded up. Yeah, because we didn't give away the Tigerwear stuff last week. I got a XXL shirt. We got all sorts of stuff. We're still gonna give them away.
I got a couple of HK jackets, I think, over here.
Yeah. If it flies, it dies. Yeah. What else do we got here? I don't know. Maybe a JT bean. I don't know. We'll figure something out for you guys. But
I saw this thing's cool.
Yeah, that was sweet. It's an unreleased.
It's unreleased.
Yeah. But I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with it. It's like 85 degrees in here. I don't need a beanie.
Yeah.
So.
And we got those 2 beanies from Black Ops.
We told Nate. That's right.
I said,
Nate, we'll give those away.
He said, you want to wear this? Do you ever get cold? And I said, Nate, I have a company that makes beanies. I'm probably not going to wear this beanie, but if you want to give it to me, I'm going to give it away on the show. And then he said, all right. And I don't know if you heard me, actually, and then he gave you one, too.
Oh, so Paintball Booth is here. Picked it up on Saturday. And then shared pics in the Facebook group. So yeah, we actually have a Facebook group. So thank you to you guys who set it up. and help moderate it, or even if it is moderated, I'm not sure. I do appreciate that you guys set it up. It's pretty fun. Always post fun stuff in there, and then obviously you can see that we're not just randomly throwing out names to our India chatbot groups and then just keeping the prizes for ourselves. These are real life people here in the chat, and they're winning real life stuff. So we're not just sending them to ourselves via our shell company bots. All right, so let's see, do we get all of the announcement items out here? Oh, we dropped merch. Also, we actually dropped merch last show.
Yeah.
And we talked about it, but we didn't really talk about it. Online right now at SPICKNSPANshow.com. There's allegedly shirts. Well, I'm not saying like allegedly there are shirts, but like pretty much I am. And for those of you who are lawyers or going through law school right now, you'll know that the term allegedly will hold up in court. So don't take my advice on that, and don't actually, say anything you shouldn't inappropriately. But we do have allegedly shirts now on online. So, and then I believe we're putting up these breaking news. These are the breaking news shirts. This is the one that says Alex Fragi reschedules colonoscopy to watch the Spick and Span show. And then the allegedly shirt is what we've been wearing for a while, where somehow our colors and the PTG colors kind of got mixed a little bit, but we were gonna change them, but they didn't want to change them, and we haven't received any cease and desist in the mail yet. So we're sticking with the blue and the yellow that we went with. I mean, look, they're on our Post-it notes, guys. I don't know if you can see that. Blue and yellow. If it's on a Post-it note, if it's printed on a Post-it note, it's pretty much official.
Do you think we should make these?
Oh, and then we've possibly got these in the mail.
I'll send you those. Maybe we could get your guys' input if you think that we should make these. A lot went into this design work. Well, we think it's going to be a winner.
Yeah, we might have these things coming up soon. Here, let me make this a little smaller here so you guys can see it. What do you guys? What do we think about these koozies? It looks pretty. I mean, looks pretty original to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Looks like a home run.
Yeah.
I like how it incorporates like the animated.
I like that. I like the graphic over whatever those letters are.
Yeah.
In the background, there's like a spray paint kind of graphic. Like,
it kind of does look like it's like
those are
like
dope.
a train, like a cargo train, and someone spray painted over the
cargo train.
company.
Exactly. Yeah, like a big. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Wow. It almost reminds me of like mid-century, late-century Berlin, 70s, 60s, something like that. Lots of spray paint, pretty cool. Michael Cruz says, yep,
great
pre-order them right now.
Great hues.
That's the ticket. James Hall can make those things. Yeah, look, we've got a lot of yeses on here, right? So we could, what we're going to do? We're going to make this kind of small, and we're just going to keep this on the door. Maybe we should spray paint this on the door.
Yeah.
Is anybody a good artist? Can you guys come over here and draw a mural on the brown room that we have right here? Just keep this right here for a while.
Yeah, I like that.
Let's see if we can get any of those guys' blood to boil right now. So let me move some things around here, and then we're gonna get Thomas on the horn here right away, because we do want to talk to him about a couple of the things that we did speak about at the clinic this weekend. Obviously, Thomas is a long time paintball pro, so. Let's just do that here. So I'm gonna get him on the horn. Can you grab that?
I can put this, right?
What's that?
Fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You'll see if you guys go online. Which one is this? Yeah. If you guys go online and check out SPICKNSPANshow.com, you'll see. You get superpowers. Well, those are sold separately, but it's gonna help you run faster. You're gonna be funnier. It's going to definitely be able to play paintball better if you get one of those allegedly. I mean, all allegedly. You know what I mean? Allegedly. Very well penned right there. Okay, Thomas is almost home, running a few minutes behind. But
that's fine.
But that's perfect. No problem.
Yeah.
We've carried the show before.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Keep this stuff down here. So, one of the things that I do want to talk about a little bit, because I know a lot of people are prepping for Chicago, and I've talked about this before. As you guys kind of go into this, especially summertime. You know, I think the summer break and the winter break are the two hardest to come back from. Winter break, a lot of people are antsy. A lot of you can't even play paintball out here. Not sure where everybody who's watching is from, but I know if you're basically in that northern latitude rather, you guys, it's kind of more difficult for you to play year round. Whereas in San Diego, we can kind of like, hey, it's January 12th, we're gonna go out there and play right now. So staying in that mindset is kind of tricky. Obviously, getting into shape, staying in shape is tricky. But same goes for the summertime. I did a clinic out in Giant Party Sports. It was 105 on Sunday. 105 degrees. That's super difficult to play. And for those of you who are in Arizona, I understand that it's 105 by like 10 a.m. So, being able to stay active and really be efficient is incredibly important. And I don't know, Verbal, how hot was it in yeah, people play year round. Yeah, that's right. Round is a shape. 106 in Sacramento. Can't wait to get up there in a couple weeks. Should cool down. You mentioned that today a little bit. But I don't know, Kyle, like you go to the gym 4 times a week, 3, 4, 5 times a week.
Yeah.
I mean, how is it if you took a break for like, I don't know, what's the longest break you've taken from playing or going to the gym?
Man, I think that was probably when COVID first hit. Like,
oh, that's right.
3-4 weeks maybe. Yeah. I sometimes feel like if I take like a 2-week break, maybe not fully 2 weeks, but at least like 10 days, I actually feel really, really good. Like my body's not aching. I don't have any like soreness. And I haven't really lost my strength. I think after that though, as you start getting those like 3-week, 4-week time frames is when kind of feel like I'm losing muscle or strength or whatnot. Or gaining some LBs.
Yeah. And like Clay Barad.
Chili Bo-Rad.
A brief overview of a weekend and a week prior to the tournament. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for us. I don't know if you guys saw my story. I just got a massive pallet of paint that's sitting in my driveway, unwatched right now, actually. But we play Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so Friday is for the breakdown for everybody. So the layout will come out tomorrow. And then we'll look at it. You can get a good idea of how we break down layouts by looking at the BKI layout breakdown. It's free. I believe it's free, or at least a good portion of it is free to anybody who signs up. And then members get a lot more inside access to a lot of the breakdown techniques and what we do and some game plans. Friday, what we're going to do is we'll do some lanes. We'll play a bunch of 2-on-2s to get the bunker names correct and like really figure it out. And then that's your shake off the dust, rust day. Saturday and Sunday, scrimmage the whole time. Then we take that information that we learned and then apply it the next Friday and say, hey, these are the spots that really, really hurt us, and these are the spots that we need to get to, and these are the spots we need to kill, and this, that, and the other. So we just really do some specific breakdown stuff on that Friday, we do about 10 to 15 cases of paint. It's really light on the Fridays. Everybody arrives that day. But then for the week, I've always said that how fit you are. And it's up to you if you want playing time to be able to apply yourself during the week so that way you're not affected the week after or the week of the event. And you do need to prep like more than a month in advance to build up your cardio. It's not like, ooh, I was tired on Sunday last week, so like I better like hit some sprints this week and I should be good by Thursday when the event starts. That's not how it works. Hey, James Hall from Island Design said if we get to 200 likes, we're at 100 right now, he'll give away a Hormesis headband. Boom. So coming in hot. Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of air horns in there, and I owe you guys one.
Yeah, and Chris O, shout out. Thanks for
memberships.
Yep.
And James,
memberships.
Lots of memberships. You guys rock. But yeah, I mean, and Kyle, you're a good example of this. Like, if you're feeling fatigued, what does that mean? Like and this goes for, say you practiced last weekend or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
If you're feeling it, like, you're gonna make sure that you're not feeling lousy the following week.
Yeah.
2 weeks later.
I actually have kind of tailored my like weeks or like what I'm focusing on based on that. So like after this last event, I felt pretty good in the heat in Sacramento, and so I went in the following weeks. These last few weeks, I've been working on a lot like heavier weight and doing and exercising my legs twice a week to try to build strength for speed versus like stamina, and doing more of like the cardio stuff and like the rowing and the cycling and the stair stepper and all that stuff, because I feel like I'm already at a pretty decent spot there, so I want to build up the other areas.
Yeah. And what do we got? Oh, my daughter and beautiful fiance made baked cookies today.
Look at
And
that.
delivered them to the neighbors.
Wow.
Oh, look at that. Eating terrible things. This is a challenge. And okay. She forgot that Tuesdays are the days that we do our show, surprisingly, but she cooked us with some cookies, so
I need to open this, or
I guess so. Oh my god. So anyway,
if any of you guys have are upset with our show getting interrupted, we'll go ahead and throw Camille's phone number in the chat, and you guys
can text her.
Voice all your complaints over there.
Yeah. And then this is a dope JT shirt. Actually, it was funny. We call this a watermelon shirt.
Am I opening this? Okay.
Interrupted in Doghouse Studios here.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, like Chris asked another good question, right? How our bodies are feeling. I mean, I feel pretty good.
Yeah. Feel good.
Certainly, it takes a toll, right? And that actually is more so. Yeah, she's the HR manager. You know, that actually goes. It's like one of those things that you're doing it so long that you don't really, you don't feel it after a while. You know, if you take a long break and you play, like again that winter time, if there's a month off and then you go play paintball, you'll be hurting a little bit more. And this is actually a great question that we're gonna ask for Thomas too, because he's been playing the snake for 30 years, you know, and that I believe is where it really takes a toll on your body a lot more.
Yeah.
You know, I'm fortunate enough to be able to stand on my feet quite a bit, and that helps out. That helps out a lot as well. Like we open this cookies and the one fly, open the garage, the fly comes in here. Okay, here we go. So, and that's actually a really good point, right? That's a good question that everybody kind of their body is adapts differently to everything. Hold on, let's see what Alex said. Okay, yep, shut it down. I hope she knows that we're going to be on the air for another hour and a half here.
Yeah.
And she doesn't come knocking. Here we go.
Oh,
Here
is
we
that
go.
too far?
Probably.
Yeah, perfect.
No, you got to close it all the way, and then you got to stop it on the open. It's going to go all the way down.
I can't see, so you have to tell me.
Well, it'll stop moving.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. Now stop it again. There we go.
Perfect.
All right. Holy smokes.
And she cut our breeze off here.
And then, yeah, actually, in recovery, for us, we're really fortunate that we have the ocean down the road. And I think, and I'm a huge proponent of being able to get in the ocean. If you can't, Epsom salt baths are really good because it pulls that lactic acid. And I know that some of you guys laughed about the mustard thing, but mustard baths will work as well. Again, you want to pull that lactic acid, and ice baths are also really good because what that does is it's not just decreasing the swelling on your body, but it's also shocking your body into thinking it's dying. And what that does is it pulls all of the blood from your non-essential organs or areas. So your blood will rush from your hands, your feet, which is also why you don't want to stay in there for too long. But it goes straight into all your, don't die organs.
Yeah.
So your very essential vital organs. And then what happens is when you get out of it, very similar to cryo, what you do when you get out of it is all that blood goes, we're good. And then it rushes all this highly oxygenated, highly oxygenated rich red blood cells throughout your body, and then recovery happens a lot faster. That's also why knees take a long time to heal, because knees don't get a lot of blood. So anytime you have like a swollen area, it's kind of hard to get that blood flow in there.
Sure.
So it's that's something to think about. So that's why ice is good, because it reduces the swelling, and then it fills that area with the blood flow, which is why they do ice and then heat a little bit, because the heat kind of lets everything flow. I'm not a doctor, but allegedly that's how it happens.
Yeah. We need to get one of those freezer setups like Scott has.
Well, so I was thinking about it, because someone this weekend asked, do we have an ice bath here? And I go, no, actually my buddy Scott has one over at a house that he used to live out, that I believe that he bought it, and then he can't put it as new one. Maybe we should put it right there.
Do we know for sure he can't?
Allegedly.
Should ask him and say.
We should ask him.
And be like, you can use it whenever you want.
Yeah, of course. We need to put it here.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we, anyway.
I'll ask him that right now.
We'll ask him right now. We can ask him after the show.
Yeah, we can ask him.
Yeah,
after the show.
it's not like it's on offer up right now. We need to get
It
on
would be
it real
nice.
quick.
Maybe he brings it over, and then we're over with the show.
And we can go ice bath.
Yeah.
I think we need to go in the ocean. It's just talking about the ocean.
Yeah.
Getting bored, all this fun stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, sorry. We're getting all over the place here. And cryotherapy is really good. It's not the same. It's not as effective, nor is it the same as an ice bath, because it doesn't really reduce the swelling, because it doesn't really get internally. Your internal temperature doesn't really change too much. But and because it's so quick, right? It's a 3-minute process. So what it does is that's more of the shock aspect of what I was talking about with an ice bath. I've done cryo a ton of times, and I like it. One of the cool things about cryo is if you go in there and just do a little stretch beforehand and just see like what your motion or your mobility is, and then go in there, and then when you get out of the cryo chamber, stretch again, and your mobility will increase like 30-50% or something.
Really?
Crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, big time. And so yeah, that's the benefits of cryo. But like we were talking about one of the kids this weekend, a handful of bags of ice in your bathtub is far cheaper than one round or multiple rounds of cryo. And yeah, Tiger Balm's nice, dude. I love putting that stuff on. Mm-hmm. I love that, for sure. And then other prep. I've said this a million times at all my clinics, and we've talked about eating and treating your body healthy. You gotta stop drinking sweet, sugary drinks. All right, you have to. That's like one of the biggest things. You know, we talk about it. I try to remind any kind of clinic, or like especially if I'm doing a private clinic where I have access to the entire team beforehand, or the team captain, where it's kind of a more closed course thing. It's like, switch. Anytime you guys are going to drink a soda, drink a water instead. Mm-hmm. Anytime you guys are going to drink a Gatorade, drink a water instead. Like, just fill your body up with as much good quality H2O as possible. And get rid of, sugar is the devil, but moreover, all those like fake sugars are also really bad for you. Mm-hmm. You know, they're like, oh yeah, look, 0 sugar, 0 calories, and it's got like some weird name. If you cannot pronounce the ingredients in whatever you're consuming, just stop. That's a fun rule of thumb. If you don't know what the hell you're even putting in your body, and it's like, well, I wonder what this is. Whatever. It should be all right.
You know, I was actually also just thinking about something that I saw someone eating the other morning when we were teaching. And I know we haven't ever really talked about or gotten to this detail. For anybody that, especially, I mean, you probably feel this on a day-to-day basis, but when you're going to play paintball and you eat this massive breakfast and it's typically not very healthy and you instantly feel tired, even though you just woke up, it's because you're not eating something that's like clean, or it's like way too big, like French toast sticks and waffles and pancakes before you go play that morning is not. But what I'm supposed to be talking about is like, you know, at 7-Eleven or any of the gas stations, they sell those like biscuits. You just throw in their microwave there. It's like sausage, egg, and cheese, and then
You
1700.
microwave it in the plastic.
Yeah, and there's like 1700 chemicals also. That, and then you feel tired after. That's why. Like, maybe just get some fruit, banana, yogurt, avocado, like something just clean. You do want some fuel, but I would maybe just skip the gas station breakfast sandwich and go for like a Cliff Bar, and then we could keep going better from there.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot to nutrition that will literally change your life, like seriously change your life. And it's just, and a lot of people are like, oh, but it's convenient. I just don't have time to do something. Wake up 10 minutes earlier, make some eggs, or make some extra food the night before. And that's.
And another good thing too, that I do occasionally, if I ever have like a day where I feel like extremely good, or I wake up feeling good and I had like a great workout, a lot of sustained energy, I feel strong, I kind of write in my notes, I remember what those last like 4 meals I had in the previous day, that morning, exactly like how much I slept, so that I can go like, all right, that works for my body. And it's different for everyone, but is a good way too, so that when you do have something really important to do, whether it's like a test at school or you're going to play a tournament, then you can go look back at your little like miniature journal of like, all right, this is how I felt really good, and try to replicate that, and should give you a little bit of a step or two.
Yeah, and I see a lot of people drink Pedialyte. Pedialyte's actually not bad at all. You do need that sugar to help like bring the electrolytes, or like flush the electrolytes through your body. If you're just doing electrolytes, or some of the ones that don't have actual sugar in them, so there is something to that, okay? But when you drink a Gatorade and it has 50 or 40 grams of sugar, the balance is off. The balance is way off. You just need some, so you can actually take pure electrolytes and then like eat an apple. You know what I mean? That's a good amount of sugar. So let's get Thomas here on the horn.
You gonna turn the camera around? So
I'm going to. I'm gonna make sure he can't see he can't see his phone number first.
Okay.
It's down there. Oh no, it's not down there. Oh yeah, and then we'll turn the camera around. Where's the camera? Ooh, yeah. Hey, there he is.
Hey.
All right, I like that. I like the little product placement in the background. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hey, I like the behind the scenes look here. I didn't know what we were looking at before. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no, you have no idea. No, here, all right, watch this. I got it. Hold on.
Why didn't you do that at the beginning?
Do what?
When I said it was too high. There you go.
I told you that I could do this, and you started messing around with all the other stuff.
All right.
Yeah. Well, Thomas, sorry, welcome on. How's it going? What's up?
Yo, boys, thanks for having me. Sorry I was a little bit late.
Dude, don't even worry about it. We got time.
What's that?
No, I said don't even worry about it. We got time.
Sweet. Yeah, it was a little 4-hour drive, but I'm here. We're good. I got the Taylor Family 6 plus a couple dogs. Minivan full of luggage, and I'm on the Spick Span Show, so let's go, baby.
Wait, hang on. You just moved?
No, we were just visiting some family.
Oh.
We went and visited some family, and then, but anywhere you go when you're rolling with the Taylors, it's deep, baby.
Yeah. So
we roll extra deep.
So let's hear it. Like, how many? What does the Taylor squad? What does the Taylor squad consist of?
So we got the Taylor Family 6. So I got the 2 boys, 2 girls.
Okay.
Keith, Harmony, Zechariah, and London.
Okay.
Currently, they are 12, 9, 5, and 4. 5 and 4, as close as you could possibly get them. That wasn't planned as well as some of the other ones. And they call it Irish twins. It's real fun. And then sometimes it's really not. But yeah, Keith, before World Cup, Keith will turn 13. My daughter turns 10 on Monday. And then my middle boy turns 5 in October. So they're all moving up.
And the middle boy's name is Zach?
Yeah, Zechariah, Zechariah. So we call him Zecky. Or actually, he was renamed Snacky. So instead of Zecky, Snacky, because the kid eats 24/7. I don't know where it goes. I'm afraid for him to become a teenager because he'll have to be like an 18th job to be able to afford him. But yeah, Zecky with the E.
Dude, I don't know how you do it, man. That's wild. I can't be anywhere on time. So and I only have one kid. So I feel you. I feel your pain there. Not sure if you were listening before you jumped on, but this is great question for you. A couple things. We're just kind of talking about prepping for the event because there's been a little bit of a downtime, but like, one of the questions was how have our bodies been able to hold up and sustain for this long? And I said, well, Thomas is a great person to ask because he's been playing the snake for, I think longer than I've been alive. So
that's saying something right there.
Yeah.
No, it's a great question. It's a great question because, I don't think anybody's played. Sorry, I'm getting a call on the other line.
It's all right.
I don't think anybody's played the snake as long as I have. So I don't even think it existed before I started playing. So before we were playing it in the woods, so there really wasn't snake bunkers, right? So, you have to, one, it's the type of exercise you're doing. I listened to a little bit of what you guys were talking about. I didn't catch the before questions, but really it's continuing to adapt to where your body's at. And then, as I got older, personally, you probably could chime in on this too, Ryan. Kyle's still like on the teat, so he doesn't know yet. It's a little baby over here. Kyle's getting there too because he's got a lot of mileage on that body.
Yeah,
it's changing the way you work out and why you work out, right? So, what you're doing from what you're putting into your body to the type of workout you're doing, and I'm 42 years old now, and on my 20th year, and I would say for the last 7 years specifically, I've really focused on functional training, right? Like, I'm not in the gym to have like a sweet bod and go be on the cover of magazines anymore. That's really not my focus. It's to be able to continue to do what we do, right? So having endurance, injury prevention, recovery, things of that nature, right? So it's really tailoring what you do and why you do it, and being purposeful about what we do, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I say that, but I do curls only. That's my
Curls.
Yeah, I mean, look,
Curls
I go to the beach all the time, so I gotta look good on the beach. That's my thing. I'd say that's all I care about.
Yeah.
Just
Ryan,
abs and
you've
buys.
been blessed to play the standing position your whole life. I mean, I don't even know if your knees have touched the ground. Like, I've been diving into the ground like 400 times a week for 20 straight years. So some of us have to put more effort into the training part of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shoulders are like the biggest thing for you guys, I would think, right? Do you think it's shoulders or knees are probably one of the things that take the biggest beating?
Well,
for you
I
guys?
think that depends if you're prone to a shoulder situation, then yeah, I think you have to really perfect the dive and what you're doing. But I think overall probably your knees take way worse of a beating than the shoulders.
Yeah, absolutely. I think your shoulders, Kyle, I mean, you and I dive face first a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, if your technique is good and you have, a good chest to, back ratio of muscle, that your shoulders aren't necessarily going to come out. Like, there's been a couple times where I've gone down because someone was shooting at me and I've jammed it pretty hard, like just caught it, not on turf because that's almost impossible, but like, in a sandy area, and probably should have blown my shoulder out. But, I've had enough, muscle on either side to where it was just more like a strain or a rotator cuff injury or something that, wasn't, where it popped out of socket. But, dude, we no matter what you do, you're crawling every point.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, every point you're on your knees. When it comes to technique, and I'm sure you guys do a ton of teaching, and, I love it. And, teaching people not to use their knees as much as possible is huge. Every clinic you've ever done, I'm sure you've watched someone like, go to do a hip slide, but they actually do like a one knee dive. Yeah, just jam it into the ground. And I'm like, guys, use your hips. Your hips can take so much more of a beating, and you can jump in your ice bath afterwards and heal up, and they're going to be fine. Your knees cannot take that beating.
Yeah, actually, it's really funny you say that. I think that turf makes people really lazy. While it's nicer to play on, more forgiving, slightly more forgiving, depends on what turf field you're playing at. But dude, I feel that because every local field now is fully turfed, people begin to get into that like knee and foot slide, like the drop knee boogie board move, where they're just kind of trying to slide
Right.
across and not planting that backhand, not sliding on those hips, and then they go to like, I mean, eventually you're going to end up at a national event. Should be your goal, and then you end up at a national
Right.
event, and albeit the grass is still nice, with the exception of Philly last year, but you try to dive at any national event and only use your knee as that one contact point, and you're gonna just get smoked.
Yeah. I mean, that knee's an anchor, right? Anything that's you're putting all your weight onto one point, you're dropping an anchor, and it's going to blow right on by you. Knee, elbow, whatever it is, forearm. So yeah, you don't, and your knees just can't take it. Let's just be real. They just can't.
Just to defend turf here first, though, because I see a lot of people going like, turf is cheating. We're not. I will say though, I'm glad that a lot of the fields have turf now, because it's you get to practice way more. You get to learn the field, and I would say you feel half as sore as you do playing a whole day on like hard grass, and you get a lot more out of those days. So yeah, it is, it makes it a little bit harder for you to go to a tournament and playing grass after you've just been practicing on turf the whole time, but I do think that you get a lot more reps out of it, and it is easier on your body.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you have to for your local field to run on natural grass at all times, you need to have multiple fields for them for the layout to be set up on like every other week, because otherwise your grass is going to get destroyed. I mean, I feel badly for the people, all my Florida friends and viewers and players that have to play on that thick crabgrass with the sand underneath. Like, at the end of World Cup, the terrain is some of the worst terrain to play on. Everybody complained about Philly, but I think that Florida playing conditions are some of the worst conditions that you can play on.
Thomas, didn't you in Dallas a few years back, you cut your part of your body on a license plate that came up?
It was I think it was like a U joint or something, but yes,
yeah,
there was some like random like chunk of like solid metal, like yay big. Someone did pull a license plate out of the other field.
Okay,
I did. I pulled a license.
Oh, you did,
yes.
yeah.
But it was like a U joint, or it was like some kind of like cupped chunk of metal.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it cut through my knee, and then it was a whole thing. That changed my life forever, right? So not only did it jack me up, and I had to go down, and they gave me antibiotic shots, and they cleaned it all out, and then I kept playing on it like a dummy, and then it got more infected. So when I left, right before I left, I had to go to the emergency room. They had to draw like Sharpies all over my body, and then as soon as I landed, they wanted me to go to another place to see if it had grown, and it had grown, of course, and then they put another big old shot in my other butt cheeks. I got these two big old golf ball size like antibiotics in my cheeks. I can't even sit down, bro. They got me on 2 different bottles of pills. When it was all said and done and it went away, it like reset my whole system because they gave me so many antibiotics.
Yeah.
So like before I was allergic to nothing, right? Nothing.
Oh wow.
Now like I can't eat this. I got stung by a bee. I all swole up like one of those like when it gets all big and your lips close, and I had to go get like the epi shot because I was dying. Oh man, that sucks.
Oh,
it sucked.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you went through all of that.
Dude, it was life changing, bro. Like I'm like, dang, I can't even enjoy the banana anymore. It's messed up.
Oh man, poor guy.
The things we do for the sport, huh?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that's another good question. So first of all, you mentioned something about doing clinics and stuff, because I know that you were really active in doing that, but do you still do a lot of clinics? Do you try not to travel as much because of the kids, or is it really tough because I know you also manage a field?
Yeah, my traveling time is really limited now, so I basically stick to the NXLs, which is 15 weekends, usually a year, maybe catch a 10-man or 2, and that's really all I can afford to be off with, working for Impact Action Sports up here. I can't really, get any more weekends off, or, with the business. Is maybe at a certain point, if I get it running and I feel like it takes some more, time off. But it's been hard. So mainly what I've been doing is just coaching locally, right? Really in investing into the local community. So I'd run a beginners league where I offer like basically free coaching once a month. And it's all kids in this beginners league, which is sweet. So I'll have like, 10, 15 teams out there and just do like an hour drills with them and then run scrims. I coach in local teams, so that's one way I'm still doing like it. But I focus on teams, so meet together once or twice a month with some local teams, and then I just did a thing with Patty, a functional training workshop. I've been working on with him, more about the off the field stuff you can do, and then showing how that translates to on the field. But most everything I do is just here at Impact Action Sports because, like I said, man.
And so where exactly is that? Impact Action Sports.
Yeah, Impact Action Sports. It's in Tualatin, Oregon. It's about 20 minutes south of Portland. So it's nice and it's convenient. We're real close here to a big city and to the airport, so it's pretty cool. We're the most probably local field in the Northwest to a big city. There's a few other fields like ours up in Washington that has some pretty good turnout. But yeah, man, it's been fun. I've been here 3.5 years, and we've about doubled the size of the business in that time, and paintball is really flourishing. So it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, wait, is Thomas gonna play with you guys in Paris?
I know. I asked him, but he can't get time off.
I can't. I might try to make it happen next year.
It doesn't happen again until 2024. It doesn't happen again until 2024.
2024. Okay, so it gives me more time.
More time to plan.
Yeah, they keep asking because I've been old for a while now.
True.
Because this is your first time you get to do it, right?
Yeah. I just turned 40 this year, so I'm excited about it. I'm jumping on the opportunity.
Right. So I've turned it down twice now. Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe I should have gone, but it's just so hard to squeeze things in, boys.
Well, now we've got a killer squad. Now that Alex, Yosh, I tried to get Oliver to come out. I really tried. I had him sold on the croissants and the cheese and the baguettes, but I did not have him sold on playing paintball, actually, and going to the paintball field. So
you were so close.
It was close, man. It was really, really close. And I feel like that would have been a good sell. You know what I mean? Hey, look, guys, Oliver's coming. Probably could have gotten a couple of other over 40s, but we still got a solid squad. So I think we're gonna do well.
I feel like the over 40 is really, really kind of wild. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is really, really kind of wild right now. I mean, they had to change the rules of 10-man because of the over 40 club.
Yeah, and
our whole lives, Masters was 40. I go play one event, Infamous wins the whole thing. Then Tom Cole comes to me and says, "We're changing it to 44, but it has nothing to do with you."
Yeah, he was saying the same thing to us.
It only affected me, and then the next year it affected all you guys.
Yeah, then it affected all of us.
Yeah. I feel like it, personally right now it only affects me. But
yeah. That rule was changed, and then he mentioned that to us. He's like, "Well, I can't have you guys playing the over 40 thing because it's just half of Dynasty is over 40 now."
Right.
So
dude,
yeah.
which shout out to you guys because that's just a testament just to greatness, bro. I know we started out, we've always battled, we've been battling it for 20 years, but I mean, who would think one group of guys would stay together that long and honestly be that good? I mean, that's just truly amazing, man. I'm so proud of you guys. It's really really awesome.
Appreciate that, Thomas. And actually, what's interesting, and let's talk about that question that we had about players and kind of like jumping ship or should I stick around?
Yeah,
because you have a lot where you've played on not like a ton of teams, right? You played on only a couple of pro teams, 2 actually, right?
3. I played 2 years on Heat.
Okay, that's right. I forgot about the Heat stint, but I mean, to be a pro in the league, especially at our ages, your age, but even there's guys that have played on a ton of different teams, and and Kyle, you remember the question a little bit better, but yeah, why don't you kind of explain?
Yeah,
that?
so one of the guys we were coaching this weekend, helping out, he's been playing D2. He's pretty good. He's definitely like the person everyone goes to for advice and kind of like a little bit, definitely like the highest skill on the team and could go other places. And he was kind of throwing the idea around. He's like, what would you do in this situation? If you're a younger guy, he was like 20 years old. He's like, if I'm trying to make it and go pro eventually, like, do you think I stay here with this team and help build the team and build the organization, or do I go, and find a semi-pro team to play with if I'm trying to go pro? And it brought up a lot of, different topics. I think that Ryan and I were talking about is like, well, it comes, I think there's like a financial standpoint, like is your organization fortunate enough to allow you guys to play any weekend and for relatively cheap? Is the semi-pro team that you might be going to as the next bump up, are they middle of the pack, and is it going to be more expensive and you don't get to play that much? So it was kind of a cool topic that brought up a lot of ideas, because there is a lot of things that weigh into that decision.
Yeah, I mean, really the question is do you jump around or do you be loyal, right? Is that really the question? Is that what he was asking?
Yeah, I think so.
Like
in short,
and they had a good crew together, right?
Yeah.
And some of them have had offers and opportunities, and they've got a good crew, and they're kind of pushing that D2 limit, and I guess that's right below semi-pro. Or do you jump on, like, if one guy is being recruited and he's like, I don't know if I want to leave my friends, or do I stick it out with my guys, or do I try to go on this D2 team? And I think, like, one of the things that Kyle was kind of mentioning or insinuating is, like, check out what is the grass actually greener. Is it worth playing semi-pro? Is this like a team that might go pro, like, in the coming years? Are you going to get a lot of playing time? Like, I don't know. What are the decisions? Like, what kept you around on Excessive, say, or what keeps you on Infamous, or what kept you? I know that when we were growing up, if you could pay the entrance fee, you were pro. So it's like, it wasn't like you had to fight too hard to, like, if you just had someone who could pay the entrance fee. But, like, talk about that. Like, what is the loyal? What's the worth it? Like, what's loyalty? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I mean, I think it's twofold, right? So even I'll go all the way back to when I left Cartel, and right after we won that world championship and got picked up by the Ironmen. Even when I made that transition and I moved to California, I told Cartel that I wouldn't leave the team. I'd play another year with him. And the reason I was moving to California was just so I could be in and around and have an opportunity to play around other pro teams. I knew where the Ironmen practiced in Modesto at the time, other teams. So, and I ultimately ended up getting picked by the Ironmen, and I couldn't play for both, right? So I had to make that choice. But, I have always believed, and it's just who I am, to stay loyal to your friends, but to do it in a manner that's also good for you. So, in a lower divisional spot to jump around, I guess I would have to say there's no reason to jump around unless you feel that where you're going, you have a true opportunity to achieve your goals, which is hopefully becoming a professional paintball player, right? If you're on a D2 team that's cutting it, and multiple players getting offers, it sounds like that whole team should go semi-pro and give it a run. Yeah. Personally. Yeah. Right? Like, what would be the point of jumping on and being the 8th man on someone else's roster, or the 9th man, when you could just take the whole team on there, then maybe a couple people come play for you. And I get there's finances and everything else involved. Now roll that back to Excessive. One, I was loyal to that because I was there from day one. I helped create it, come up with the name, be a part of it. Like, leaving that was harder for me, I guess, than some of the other guys that when the money ran out, they just jumped ship. But also it was the relationship side of it. Like, without Rich Telford, I don't know that I would have been able to go, advance in pro as fast as I had. He put a lot of personal time and effort into my career. And, I always have felt loyalty is worth more than money. I can always go make money other places. I can always do other things, so I want to be, I'd rather be known at the end of the day, the guy that was true to his heart and his soul, over the guy that chased a paycheck. Just to be real. I don't need, I guess, that notoriety or that paycheck or that, magazine cover, the $1 Million Man. I don't need any of that. That's just not who I am. I just would rather be, a pain to everybody on the field, and off the field, a good, awesome, humble dude that just loves the people around him. So I think that's what keeps me loyal to all these teams. I mean, to be fair, like, when I went and played for Heat, we signed a 2-year deal. When the 2 years was up, if they had wanted to extend that, if they weren't, like, trying to shrink the team, and they went through a whole rebuild that year, I think I left. Tim, you guys, is that me or you?
I'm not sure.
You there?
Probably us.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm there. When I left Heat, I don't know where I cut out at, but when it was over, just my contract was done. So it was like, okay, are we going to sign a new contract or not? And, ultimately decided not to just sign a new contract. But, if they had and they wanted to rework it, I probably would have just stayed because, that's just who I am. We had built something good. We were the number 2 team in the world when I left, number 1 in Europe and number 2 in the NXL, or what? Did we just switch to the NXL, PSP? Whatever. That year we switched the leagues, right? So I can't remember what we did. Right, because we played one event with Dave's league, and then we switched over to the other league that year. But yeah, I mean, I guess really to answer this person's question, if you're unhappy where you're at because it's not allowing you to chase your goals and your dreams, then you want to go to somewhere where you have those opportunities. If you're happy where you're at, then be there and then be a part of that growth to try to achieve something great. And honestly, if you get onto a semi-pro team, you're on a D2 team, and a pro team sees you and offers you a spot, that doesn't happen to many players around the world. Right. So I don't know that you can be like, no, I'm not going to take that opportunity. And if you have good friends and you're on a good team and they're upset you because you took a pro offer, maybe they weren't that good of friends in the first place, man.
That's one of the things I said.
Yeah. And I mean, and that's slightly different. And I think that's a good point. Well, first of all, Thomas, that was like the best answer I think we've ever gotten on the Spick and Span show, bar none. We don't even need to weigh in on that. I think that was awesome. And because I know that, like Mario said, it hits home for a lot of players out there that are, right now, especially, you know what I mean? Like, kids are semi-pro kids or parents of them or whatnot are all kind of like could be listening to this, and that could be them. And I think one of the factors, though, and you kind of mentioned it too, is like, going pro is a whole different story, right? Because there have been semi-pro guys who've gotten offered a spot. Actually, we offered someone a spot on our team at the beginning of last year, I think it was, because we had some injuries, and they said yes, and then they said no, and then they said yes, and then they turned it down eventually. But I think one of the things is if you have like a gap that you're gonna jump, like if you're D2 and like someone really sees like potential in you and is like, hey, we're gonna put you on our pro roster, and you have an opportunity to start, like that's huge. You obviously don't want to go on all the time as like the last guy. But there's potential, and there's definitely an asterisk there, because if you're on a top team, you're playing. If you get like an offer on a top 10 team or top 5 team in the next division up or 2 divisions up, then you're talking about experience gained at that point. Like you're getting huge experience points. Obviously, you don't want to ruin your ranking. Yeah. Latin Saints, but that's something that the experience. We told them all. But like the experience that you're going to get out of jumping up could be huge. And then again, if it's just to jump up a rank just to say you're semi-pro at the time, then it's not worth it. In my opinion.
Absolutely.
But if you're going to go to a team that has like you're going to a top 2, 3, 4, 5 team, then like that could be game changer for you. So
I mean, that's like for me in my early years, like as I was climbing out of like D5 to D2, I was always. And I didn't have like a solid team that I was like with for years. I was always asking these other like way better teams, like, hey, can you give me opportunity? Can you give me opportunity? Even if it was just practice with them for like half the year, and then I got to play like two or three tournaments, or whether it was local tournaments. Like I was not ready to be in that position, but it forced me to like it was sink or swim. I had to learn, and I think that is what helped like kind of fast track my earlier years to get better, and that can even just be like if you don't even, because a lot of the guys that we were helping this weekend at this clinic don't even have teams yet, and they're like, how do I get better fast? And I'm like, go get your licks and go play against the people that are going to beat you up, and it's going to suck, and it's going to suck for a while, but you're going to get so good so fast. And like ask these teams that are like, one of the kids had only been playing for 2.5 months, and I was like, really? Like it looks like you've been playing for like at least a year. And he's like, yeah, I had talking to this D3 team. They don't think I'm ready yet to play with them, but I can be on their practice squad. I was like, dude, do that. Like it's like they're a great team. They practice good teams. I was like, that's great experience. And he's like, well, what about tournaments? I'm like, you can still go if they're not. You can't play with them. I'm sure you could go play other tournaments with other guys.
I think you pointed out something really important that a lot of people have problems with, and it's an ego problem essentially. Well, first of all, I want to comment on my Latin Saints comment. I'm rooting for those guys. I want those guys to do well. I want them to not get relegated badly, because I want them to be able to play paintball and to learn and to get better. The problem is a lot of them are divisional players, and if they get relegated, they lose. They're going to be pro. And if you're playing, even if you're a D2 and you can get a guy, you can get a pro guy on your team or whatever, however the drop down works, like, are you going to pick a last place pro guy, or are you going to get like a guy that is more established? So I just don't want them to lose their rank, is basically why I'm giving them shit. And I mentioned that. Now, back to the ego check problem is, Thomas, and you can, I think, attest to this throughout your career, and as can I, but like, Kyle mentioned something important is about, like, dude, you got to take your licks, right? You got to go out there to get better. You got to lose.
Chris O just said it too.
Yeah.
Is that real mental toughness, take a beating consistently.
Because, dude, there are way too many teams, especially in the D3, D2 ranks, right? Oh, first of all, I want to give another shout out to those Alpha kids, because they're D2, and I don't think I've had a D2 player, let alone 4 D2 players, at any one of our clinics in a long time. So it's like
that is actually something else I wanted to bring up today too. And Thomas, I know you could attest to this. And we were talking about, like, Ryan brought up something. He's like, yeah, Darula mentioned this one concept that stuck with me. And I'm like, we're teaching. I'm like constantly saying, like, I had something about, you know, that Marcelo's always said. He's like, to win a tournament, you got to win some points that you shouldn't win, and you got to win every single point that you should win when you're up bodies. And we were saying that there's like a weird area. I think it's like from D2 to like all the way up until you get to pro. I feel like you think that you don't need
help.
You don't need help. You're like, you know everything. And then when you get to pro, then you realize you're like, okay, it's a rude awakening. I don't know everything. Let me just soak in as much more knowledge as I can. But
absolutely,
you know, and we all talk and we learn stuff from each other. You know, every weekend we see each other, and when we talk, and that we carry on and we help give to the younger players and even gems for ourselves. So, thought that was like kind of interesting, you know, like you're saying.
But yeah, like how important is it?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of players hit. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. That's it. I think we kind of covered the same thing. But what were you gonna say?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, a lot of players, they get to that area where they think that they should have that opportunity or they're good enough, and they stop wanting to do, you know, say clinics or whatever else, you know, because they just want to move stands. That you're like, well, a lot of clinics that people offer out there that's not throwing shade at anyone. It's just your basic, you know, stand here, snap, shoot, do this, do that, right? So they go there and like, my game didn't get any better. I didn't learn anything that pulls myself somewhere else. But, you know, the players also, a lot of times you don't see them out there doing what it takes to get the reps they need. And the reps are the experience on the field against, you know, other players. So playing every tournament they possibly can still play. So, you know, it is hard. There's that bubble where you just can sit there for a while, you know. I was pretty blessed to blow right on by that and get my licks right at the, you know, from the pro guys. And, you know, I always try to tell people that have been stuck there for a while, well, you might be stuck here because of one or two things. Brutally honest, maybe you're never going to make pro. And it's just where it's at, you know, in your skill set. Or two, you're not putting yourself in a position to where a pro team can see you.
Yeah. Oh, we're losing you here for a second.
Drills or
kind of cutting out there, Thomas.
Thomas, we still got you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, we lost you for a second, but yeah, I think you hit it home. We had a question from Eric in the chat. I think he asked the same one. I think it might have been, but it was 2 people asked the same, or maybe it was you twice. Can you? And I think the answer is going to be the same for all of us. But can you go pro after age 30?
Yeah.
I think you can.
Yeah.
I think absolutely.
Thomas, how old are you?
I am 42, baby.
42.
Yeah.
I'm 40. Kyle's 32.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you know, Like you're just, in my opinion, you don't know much. You're not mastered anything in your 20s, right? In your 30s, like at 30, I felt like I was healthier. I felt like stronger. I felt way better and more in my prime than I did when I was in my 20s, for sure. And I felt like I've kind of been getting a little better, you know?
I don't think any of us would argue.
Yeah. So
the one other question, I sorry.
No, go for it.
Did you have something you wanted to touch on with that, Thomas? Or
No. I want to. Can we pause this conversation real quick?
Of course.
So I want to throw something out here.
Okay.
For how many viewers? How many people we got on my?
We have 261 watching right now.
Okay, so I want to do something real quick so that we can touch base back at the end of the store, so we can do some extra giveaways at the end of the show.
Got it.
nice.
Okay, so for anybody that's on right now,
Okay.
if you go to thomastrolltaylor.com, you type in Spick Span in your notes, you're going to, or in the discount code, you get 10% off anything in the store. Okay, but the one big thing I have going on right now is the Legends camos drop from the time when Ryan and I were battling it out in like 2005, 2006.
And you have that behind you,
It's
right?
Yes, I have this back here. Let's pull one of these up so everybody can see it. This is one of the original ones. In fact, Ryan, you'll like this one. This one is from that 3-man indoor. See the little logo?
Oh, yeah. We still owed a couple of trucks from that.
Yo, that was the best league ever. So there's like 30 more of these available, and they come with one of those trading cards, the metal trading cards. And all the cards are laser engraved. They all go to that. So my goal is, if you're online now and you go purchase, if we sell 10 of these, because we're at like 60 something, I'm putting the order in tomorrow. We're only doing 100.
Okay.
If we get 10 more of these, I'm going to drop in, give you guys some extra swag to give away at the end of the show. We got my 20-year line. And if we do really good, maybe we can throw like a headband or something.
All right, hell yeah.
Okay,
what's the discount code again?
Spick Span. Spick Span, and I think it's all capitals.
Just Spick Span?
Real quick. Spick Span.
Okay, and Spicks was SPICK, correct?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Spick Span. All right. So take a minute, go over to his website if you guys want to grab one. You said you're putting in the order is going out tomorrow?
Yes, at the end of the day tomorrow. What is the day? Tuesday? Yes, I gotta get.
You know what day it is? Favorite day of the week.
It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, baby. I know. I should know. I messed that up. It's been a long weekend. So they're gonna go in Thursday morning. So I'll leave that code live for all of you guys for the next 24 hours or so.
Yeah, good, because we have a lot of people that watch this afterwards. Or some people were on lunch break and they're gonna finish it later. So leave it.
Okay,
leave
so
it.
It'll stay live. It'll stay live. I can even keep it through the end of tomorrow night. So like 36 hours, we'll keep it live. But I do have to put the order in. They all come with the this particular one, the Legend Camo. Like I said, comes with that trading card. That's the only way you can get them right now. They're all laser engraved, 1 to 100. All the jerseys you order, you get to pick your size, and in the tag it'll list it's one of the one of, so it'll tell you which one you got. It has a signature in there, and it is a replica of that one.
Sick.
So we did like a Heroes Resurrected one back in January. Now we're doing the Camo Legends one. So just a little tribute to the 20th year playing. I know you're on season 21, Ryan, so you're one ahead of me. So everybody keeps asking. I asked for questions earlier. There was a ton of questions about who will play longer. I'm like, well, I don't know, because I have to play one more year after that fool retires, so it's going to be really hard.
Yeah, and
we
got a bunch of guys said that they got them the day of the drop.
Perfect.
There we go.
Appreciate you all. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think we did like 50 the day of the drop, and then it's been trickling in afterwards. But we're going to officially put that order in.
Okay, and double check that it's Spick Span all caps or no caps, or does it matter? Or someone said they think it's.
It looks like it is. Let me go to my discount codes. Spick SPICK Span SPAN all caps.
All caps. My bad. All caps. Here we go. We're firing it off in the chat right now. There we go. All caps.
All caps in that. Code will work on anything in my store, the 20th year stuff, whatever's in there.
Cool. Heck yeah.
So it'll be up for everybody for the next 36 hours or so.
Okay, cool.
And then we'll add some extra prizes and giveaways to your spin the wheel at the end. Bam! Order came through right now. Thank you. There we go. 2 orders came through. You guys, love you guys. You're awesome.
Bingo. Look at that. The Spick and Span bump right there.
Boom.
And
All
actually, with that, and I'm going to do this one because we just hit 200 likes on the show, and James Hall is going to give away a Hormesis headband. All right, you know where you made it when you start getting spammed by sex chat online.
Adult dating site.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
that one, the 100th show, you were getting spammed. I watched the whole.
I know. You know, you've made it when that happens. Like that's big. That's the big time right there. That's the big time. They're not
let's give Island a shout out because he does great work. Look at my little trolls here, my little Funko trolls
Those are good.
that he made me. Look at those little guys.
Those are good.
He does good work. Dude.
So hey, actually, this is what we're gonna do, and I need you just so I can, because I think I have it correct, but I'm texting you right now. Hold on. We're gonna do a trivia. Okay. We're gonna do a troll trivia. Did you get my text message?
Yup.
Okay. Give me the reply there because I have them all written down, but I want to make sure that I have them written down because I don't want to get one. We've done this before and we've gotten it wrong. Mm-hmm. So because 200 of you have all liked the show, we want to thank you very much. We want to thank James from Island Designs and Thomas right there. So we're going to do a trivia because usually we do a wheel spin, but I know that a lot of you who like the show may not be on the wheel already, and it's okay. Okay. So, oh yeah, I wrote that. I butchered one of them. Okay. What are Thomas's 4 kids' names? 4 kids' names, and then if we can't figure this one out, then we'll change it to something very similar to that. Because I think I have this one as well written down. I wrote all these down in the beginning because I thought this would be good.
Nice.
Yeah. So this way, everybody has an opportunity to do this. He got 4 of them, so it's tough. But he did say it twice, or maybe even 3 times, actually. Yeah, 2 or 3 times.
We went over it.
We got all the names. Hold on. Oh! Booyah!
Alrighty.
There we go.
Someone hit it fast?
Yeah, Ian Friedman. Right off the break, Ian Friedman.
Dude, he's on it, though, bro. He's always on it.
Ian Friedman. That's not your best friend, right? No. Not your next door neighbor? All right, dude. Good one, guys. Wow, that was way easier than I expected. So I believe Ian with Harmony, Keith, Zechariah, and London. Is that correct?
That is correct.
That is correct.
Ian is a history buff, dude. Like, he posts on a lot of stuff. He knows excessive history sometimes better than I do. I'll post something up and he'll correct me.
Well, hell yeah. Ian Friedman, you're going to be winning the headband courtesy of James Hall and Island Designs. So, Ian, I don't have your address, but if you hit me up or you message James from Island Designs on Instagram at Island X Designs, you'll be able to he'll hook you up. Hopefully, not everybody hits him up and says that they're Ian Friedman.
Yeah, I am too, Ian Friedman.
Also, you actually really helped out one of our other viewers. His name's Dustin Phillips. I don't know if you remember this name off the top of your head, but he hit you up a while back. Personally, hit you up and asked for some advice and some help, and you gave him some help. So he actually said it a while earlier in the chat. So he's a big fan, and you really helped him out personally. So great, shout out, Dustin. Great on you.
Yeah, it's one of the blessed things we get to do of doing this so many years is you get to a lot of people that reach out to you for so many matters. And I don't know how much you get it, Ryan, but one of the most blessed things about being in this sport so long is how many people reach out to me the things that are just outside of paintball. Mm-hmm. Whether it just be advice or prayer or just so many things. We live in a world where a lot of people are hurting and just need someone to reach out to. So it's pretty amazing how many people we can just do great things in their lives. We got an awesome opportunity here. So,
dude, well said.
Very cool.
Well said.
One of the one of the last questions too I was going to bring up that we got from this weekend, and Carlton actually just dropped an awesome donation here.
Thanks, Carlton.
And this question that I was actually going to bring up was his question. He was talking about, what is the dynamic and what things do you have to sacrifice towards making, putting together a strong divisional team when you might not be able to have, you can't have always an extremely good player, and he's the most personal person and everyone on the team loves him, and getting 10 of those guys is not, it's hard to do even when you get to the pro levels.
How do you deal with the dynamic of having someone who is maybe doesn't mesh very well with everybody or not as committed but is really good versus someone who may fit really well and he's the coolest dude there but not as good, and then obviously commitment is another thing. That's the toughest question in paintball, to be honest.
Because you have to kind of deal with it as a divisional team. It's you can have the best guys, your best friends might not do so well, or you can have a elite team where everyone hates each other off the field, but maybe you win every event. So it's
that's a hard dynamic, right? So in the higher levels, you could have a bunch of people that don't like each other if you have a good coach or an outside perspective that keeps everybody on the same page and focused, right?
Sure.
In the divisional levels, that's way harder because you're generally self-coaching or you're a group of people. And so, if you have someone that's really, really good, but they're not as dedicated, at least from, coaching a number of camps, and you guys could say this, I brought up a number of organizations, whether it be the NCI program, or I used to coach, a squad out of Texas and a squad out of Alabama, and I've coached these different teams and brought them through the levels over the many years. It only lasts so long before that deteriorates. So either the good person leaves or they destroy the whole team. Unfortunately, in the divisional level, unless it's a group of friends that already came up, I guess is what I'm getting at. Mm-hmm. But when you're just building a team and you don't have that already friendship, you as your dynasty guys. I don't know how well you guys got along at the beginning, but you guys were there always together from kids growing up. So if someone's ego got too big or whatever happened, I don't know your inside story. I'm waiting to see your documentary that's coming out, because I think that's going to be awesome. Shout out to that. I think you guys are doing something cool there. But, in the divisional level, it's harder, and I don't know how many camps you've actually coached, Ryan, or actual things outside of clinics. But from my personal finding, those good players, if they're not humbly good, really good, and wanting to be a part of the team, where it's more about do it my way, this is how it works, that those teams usually fall apart. Because that player's either thinks they're too good for the team, or the team eventually just thinks they don't care about winning anymore because it's not worth it. Because they're not a pro team, they're not getting paid to be there, and they're not getting free gear, they're not getting free. If everyone's sacrificing their time and their effort and their money every weekend to be together, and it's hard to deal with an outside factor like that. So that's at least from my experience. So it's tough, man. Mm-hmm. If you're not in a program that's paying you money with a good coach, or at least covering some of the bills with a good coach, it's hard to keep a squad together like that.
It really is. Yeah. And let's go back to the friends groups, that those things are hard. It's hard because as people get older, especially at the same time, you come with more responsibilities. And I overheard you talking to one of the kids about that. I've coached a ton of kids that had a lot of potential, and then they got a driver's license, and then they got a girlfriend, and then they were like, well,
I'm going to buy this big truck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm going to buy this big truck. I'm going to do this. Or there's other distractions out there, and it is hard because, every 99% of the people, without the exception of the kids whose parents are paying for everything, you guys are all paying for all of your stuff in paintball, or somebody is paying for it, right? And with that being said, you're kind of going on a vacation, or you're going you're having to perform, and there's a schedule, and you got to do all this stuff, and you're expected to perform. At the same time, you're like, man, I don't want to do drills today. Spending $100 to be here, or 50 or whatever your cost is. You're like, dude, I just want to play some points and just get out of here. To be honest, it becomes too much of a grind. So you really have to. And this is another question that Carlton had that I explained was you got to keep it exciting. You got to be fun. You got to make sure paintball is fun. when you go out there. You got to do stuff. That's
Absolutely.
Like, yeah, like there's so many ways that like you can have so much fun. Like player of the day is a great thing that we incorporated.
Yeah.
On our team, I'm sure we didn't make it up. I think Play the Game podcast made it up, but we borrowed that from them, and it was player of the day. Like whoever played the best according to everybody's vote or the coach's vote gets to pick where we're all gonna go to lunch together. Like we go to lunch together, and that person gets to pick it. Like that's just another cool little thing that like we do that makes it a little fun, you know. But you got to make sure that everybody wants to be there.
You have to, because you got to buy in, and when I think part of that question was the sacrifice, or there was something along that, like, what do you got to put into it? It doesn't matter if you're playing at the pro level or you're playing at the D2 level. Mm-hmm. The amount of time, energy you're putting in is ridiculous, and what we do is on the weekends when everybody else is out having fun.
Right.
So if you're not enjoying it, and your buddies are at the lake every weekend or at the mountain snowboarding, whatever the heck they're doing that's sweet, and you're like, well, I'm just getting the piss shot out of me, and you know, Johnny over here is really good, so he just yells at me every day. Like, you're like, I'm out, right? You're like, you know, I mean, you're going to move on and go do something else. You got to enjoy it, you know? I mean, and there's going to be people in all those. Let me back it up. There's going to be people that come out of all those situations and move on, right? Like, I don't care who was there. It wouldn't have mattered. You know, I believe in my heart of hearts I would have gone pro. Screw y'all. I'm going to get better than you all. Move on. You know, I wouldn't have cared. But that's like less than the 1%. Most people know they're going to be in paintball. They're going to play a lot of years in divisional. They're going to work their way up, and at some point, they're going to get out of it with the aspirations of trying to go pro during whatever that time frame they've given themselves, whether it be 5 years, 10 years, 3 years, whatever it is, 20 years. You know what I mean? But yeah, you gotta enjoy it. You know, obviously, when you're winning, we all enjoy it. It doesn't matter at that point. But every event, there's you know, there's only one winner. You know, so that's
yeah.
You know.
And I mean, I broke going through, you know, the years of getting beat up on, and like how hard it is to win, especially at a national level, is something also that like I feel like you have to be okay with and be able to go through the hard work. Because one of the examples, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, I feel like you went pro really quick, and then like, you know, you're winning." And I was like, actually, from the moment I started playing PSB or NXL, which was I think 2005 or 2006. I never won a professional event or any event at that. Sorry, not just professional. I never won a national
won that
event.
World Cup, bro. We should have won.
We should have won that World Cup, 2009. Yes, that's right.
Maybe it's a story from now. I don't know, but that's some shenanigans. I had you a win, dog.
Yeah, we did.
Wait, what was it?
Thomas guessed it. It was that year that like Mouse and Dalton played, or Mouse, Dalton, Rainey, I think, played with Vicious at World Cup. Okay. And then Thomas played with us on the Palm Beach Vipers, and we're playing semi-pro, and we lost to them in the finals just by a really bad call. It was really close. Yeah.
Dude, Ryan, with 60 seconds left, Corinne calls a overshooting penalty, and when you watch the video, the dude gets shot with one ball.
Oh, we've been there.
It swings it by 2 points, and we end up losing. We're like, oh, wait, what?
Oh, I like how a couple of the guys here were there. Like that was a robbery, and it was a Cup 2008.
Yeah.
Dude, it was too.
South Florida Mafia.
We didn't. The fact that we even got that team into the finals was, well, it was a miracle already compared to what we had to go up against. We had like damage with Billy on it, and it was like, and we were up, dude. That was ours.
It was.
It was so good.
But that's you know what I'm saying is like, I got a ton of second places, but it wasn't until I came to your guys' team. Dynasty in 2013 was the first national first place I ever got. So like,
really,
yeah, like it takes a lot. It's a lot of hard work, and you got to be committed and determined and.
Don't get discouraged.
Yeah.
Don't get discouraged. And actually that's important too, because I think that's something that Marcelo talked about on his Play the Game podcast. He was talking about it last week. Is just how his mentality has changed and how he. I think something might have just fallen down somewhere. How his mentality has changed and how he deals with wins and losses now, compared to how he did it, 5 years ago or 3 years ago or even last year. So that's important. You gotta always be learning and always be ready. Right.
Amen. Yeah.
Well, awesome, dude. Thomas, this was epic. This was an epic show. You are a treasure trove of knowledge. So Obviously, anybody who's up in your area, I know it's going to be very difficult to peel you away for a national clinic or clinic out in South North
but they can
Carolina.
come visit. They can come visit here. They can hang out at Impact Action Sports. They can come see. I run a couple leagues. We're doing a youth league. Speaking of which, Keith's got to play with him. My boy, he's been playing a bunch of events. We're gonna get him out at World Cup because they have a Young Guns division this year.
Well, and actually, we talked to a couple kids this weekend, right? Because the Team USA is going out to Paris the weekend after Chicago. So we've got, not only is it the old men, the veterans as they call them, us as they call us, but it's the men's USA team, and then the U19s, so the under 19 players, and then the under 16 kids. So there's a lot of opportunities for kids to be getting opportunities to play paintball. And I know Mario's in here right now, so his son's going to be there representing Team USA. Really exciting stuff about what's going on with paintball and where everything's going. So
yeah, I mean, I think it's really cool bringing that youth thing in. I don't know, where it's going, but it's pretty cool. I've really been trying to build the youth in our area, and the more that I see the youth on the national level, it looks like a lot of people are trying to do the same thing and bring up younger players, and so it's just, dude. I mean, if we can build new generations of players that fall in love with it, they're going to do it for the next 20 years like us, which is super super sweet. Question for you guys: are you guys all using the Pro DNA sponsorship? How does that work? What does Travis all sponsor you guys with?
Dude, epic. We got pads and luggage. So arms, knees, the leg tight leggings, and then we've got their full modular gear bag set up with the lunch pail, the backpack, and the gear bag. We call it a lunch
that
pail.
thing's sweet, bro. Being able to just spray it all off and keep it all clean. You guys, so I thought you guys were using the reflex harness. Did you guys not use those? You guys use that JT harness?
No, because we use JT harnesses. They said that if it was like dire straits that we couldn't function or operate with the straps, then they would let us use something else. But we have our own Dynasty Champions Club pack that we came out for the Champs Club, and so we rock all those. And that's
Got it.
I forgot.
Did some people use them at that first event? I could have sworn I saw some guys.
Maybe Archie used it or something like that because he had one for the last round. But now we're using his Project Pack or the Champs Club Pack or
okay.
we've got those. The straps weren't as bad as we thought they were.
I'm glad you reminded me though, because I need some pads. You guys have been sold out.
Yeah, trust me, as a guy that I run a field and a store, and I have plenty of teams that we sponsor up here. I know they're less than 30 days away. They are on their way to us. They're on the pads are on their way in, and by us, I mean Travis. I don't sell them, but I sell them at my store.
Yeah.
But pads are on their way in. So for those waiting, they are coming, and they're. Yeah, obviously they're really sweet. But you got on the team late. That's what you get for jumping around.
Yeah. Jumping around.
Yeah.
Ryan.
That's what you get.
Tell him with that extra $30,000, he needs to go down to the shop and buy himself a couple pair of arm pads.
Yes, I can't buy them. They're sold out. Yeah, where am I going to buy them?
He comes.
Kyle,
I have one brand on one arm, and I have another brand on one arm.
So Thomas, get this. We're doing I'm like, all right, Kyle, it's your time to shine. Here you can do I'll do the sliding one. You do the diving one. He's like, all right. And it's kind of wet also, but he comes out and he's got one carbon arm pad and what looks like one extra large HK arm pad. He's like, hey dude, how do we get pads? And I'm like, I'm not the pad. I can deal with all the other stuff. I'm not the pad guy. He goes, Crandall says they're sold out or something. And he was trying to haphazardly putting on these mismatched pads.
No, I went to Travis in Philly and I was holding these HA pads. I'm like, hey, do you have any pads? He's like, dude, we're sold out. I was like, is it cool if I wear these? He's like, yeah, I don't have anything for you. Sorry.
Yeah, dude.
No, it's been bad, bro. He he forecasted for 6 months, and I swear they sold out in 60 days.
Yeah.
It was something ridiculous.
Those pads are dope, dude. Yeah. Those are my favorite pads to date for sure, easily, hands down.
Yeah,
I just dry. I hang dry all my pads just because I want to increase the longevity.
There you go.
Because I need to make sure just in case.
Right, you got to hold them. Don't let them rip, bro. Because it was a couple times last year when mine ripped and there was no replacing it. They didn't exist.
So I play sometimes when it's really hot. A lot of people do this, but play in just a t-shirt, right? But for some reason that pad slipped a little bit, and then it was just my elbow on the turf and just the thin little mesh that's on the outside because I was laid it out like this and turned my elbow and there's a small little rip that I was like, all right, I'm not going short sleeve. Every time I play with short sleeves, I end up like twisting my arm and my pad right when I hit the ground, and it just slips over slightly. But no, I'm keeping these things as pristine and as they possibly can. I might even have to hand wash them to make sure that I increase the longevity.
Just make sure they're there.
Yeah, just make sure we're good. Don't mess around. So.
Love it. Yeah, well, shout out to Travis, everything he's doing. Great products. I'm glad he's, hooking you guys up with some stuff too. So, keeping us around, guys that are putting in work so I can still run around and shoot people. I'm cool with it.
There we go. Easy. All right, well, we're going to spin the wheel here and get some prizes out to everybody.
Let's do it.
I don't know what you've got on the agenda, but you could sit around. You can hang around here. So we've got
let me hang around. I'll throw some stuff in there. Let's see how many orders we got in here and see if we can throw something big in. Let's see. We need 4 more jersey orders. We already got 6 in.
There we
4
go.
More jersey orders, and I'll throw in something really big. But let me go dig through these bins and see what I got. This is
all right.
our after
You dig
NXL.
around. We'll think about it. You guys visit thomastrolltaylor.com. Here's the link again. And if we get 4 more orders of his jerseys, which are being placed at the end of tomorrow, then
we'll do something big like a headband.
And we'll do
I
something
got some
big.
good headbands.
He's got some good
But
headbands.
I got some other stuff. We're gonna go. I'll throw in a couple hats right now.
Okay, a couple hats.
We can throw in.
All right, we got a hat and a hat. All right, let's hit that. So here, I'm gonna get the wheel pulled up right now, and we're gonna give away real quick. Hold on, Ian won this one, and I also have. So let's give away this. I'm gonna give away this JT beanie real quick because I've had this for a while. It's unreleased. Not supposed to show it to anybody, but what's it doing in my garage?
Yeah.
We're breaking the rules here.
Yeah.
So
that's what we do here on the
we're,
live show.
Yeah, we
break the rules.
We break rules. It's all good. What are they gonna do?
We give the rumors that are not supposed to be given.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna say that hat's beanie's no longer allowed to be out.
Yeah. What are they gonna do? So I'm gonna spin the wheel right now. This someone's gonna win an unreleased JT beanie. So wheel is spinning right here. How's this thing get locked? How'd my screen get locked? Oh, you guys just saw Bear DeGidio's phone number. All right, Phil Navarro is winning this beanie. All right, and then I'm gonna spin it again real quick. I've also got a cool mega gift. We'll do a Spick and Span shirt right now for Anthony Gomez. And then let's go. We'll go with the Thomas Taylor hat right now.
Yeah, so let's do. I got 2 packages we can do here.
Okay.
We'll do.
Let's hear it.
We got your first one you can do. We got a pair of shorts here with a hat. It's the 20th year black and gold.
Okay.
So someone's gonna get a hat and a pair of shorts. After he does a spinny thing, then you got to get a hold of me and let me know.
Yeah. Okay. So you got two items, right?
Yeah, this is going to someone right here.
Okay, that was Mr. C. Powers right there.
Let's see, I got
Powers,
something
message
cool.
me.
Chris Powers right
we'll
there.
Get them out to you. Let me know what size you want in shorts.
Okay.
Okay, we got another jersey just came in. We need 3 more for the big giveaway.
Okay, 3 more for the big giveaway, and then we've got one more thing going to Chris Trainer. So two C's. And then I've got one. Should we go with the Tiger Wear beanie right now?
Yeah.
Tiger Wear beanie going out right now. Tiger Wear beanie, and then we'll do the headband for the Mega.
Mega, yeah, I like it.
And then,
All right. Oh, yeah, Dynasty winning again. He won last week. 457Y. All right. So let's see here. Okay. That was a nice little rip right there. So we gave away a couple of packs from Excessive to Chris Powers or C Powers and Chris Trainer. We got a Tiger Wear beanie going to Die 457Y. Shirt Anthony Gomez. Phil Navarro is wearing this very hot beanie, which I'm putting out right there. And then we got this Tiger Wear beanie. Oh yeah, that's Dynasty. And then Ian Friedman won that headband. All right,
Yeah,
what do you got?
this is sweet. I almost don't want to give this away, but
Oh, it's the HK jacket.
yeah.
Let's go.
Look at this thing.
Let's go.
It's camo HA jacket here.
I did like that HK jacket. Did like that. All right.
all right, so we got another I got another troll hat here, the 20-year troll. This is the red, white, and blue. And then because Island Designs is sweet, we'll do a troll snake beanie.
All right. So another, is that a package item right there?
Yeah, package item.
Package item, okay.
We're going to get a beanie and a hat.
All righty. We're going to, I can't go full screen. We're spinning.
On the beanie.
So the beanie is going to
Phil. Yeah, you did win. He said
no. Phil won this. Phil Navarro won this beanie right here.
Okay, the JT beanie.
Yep. Cali Mike Lou just won the troll pack. Sorry, I can't go full screen. Okay.
Cali Mike
so
Lou.
yeah, I know that doesn't mean much to you. All right. I'll get you his address. All right. So we've got 3 items that are going to go for Mega members right now. I've got this Combine jersey that I've been meaning to give away for quite a while now. It's just been sitting in the pile. This is a Combine jersey, courtesy of Committed Paintball. So this is going to go to a Mega member. And then we've got a Tiger Wear headband.
Yep.
And then the AG pack.
And then the AG pack.
AG pack.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. Don't forget about that AG pack. So
Ryan showed. I'll drop the link too for that pack. It's gonna be released tomorrow in a bunch of different colors. Really cool retro old JT pack.
all right. Let's hit this one real quick. This is gonna be for the jersey. Let's go jersey right here. We're going jersey right here. Oh, and then I gotta hit an air horn. We're gonna hit it right now. Okay. Jersey is going to Brandon DeGrave. Okay. And just as a reminder, whether you win or not, if you are a member of the show, make sure that we have your address, just in case you're not here and you win something. We got to be able to send it somewhere. This is going to be for the AG pack. George Martinez III.
I'll drop the link for that as well, for any of you guys that want to check that out. Those packs.
And then, do you have the headband here?
Yep.
Let's see it.
Right.
We're going to, finally, we've got a headband. Right there, Tiger Wear
Boom.
headband. This is actually a pay it forward headband.
Yep.
Yep, there we go.
Previous winner.
And here we go, headband, Tiger Wear. Let's go.
Chris, so we are actually about to drop
Michael Howard.
in about a week and a half. We're about to do another big drop, and it's not just headbands this time. We got some apparel coming out, so which I've showed you guys. Yeah,
Dude,
so keep a lookout if you're not following already.
The drops are happening. Epic.
I love it.
Great. Well, yeah, Thomas, again, dude, you rock. Thank you.
Hey, man, thanks for having me. I love you guys' show. I try to
Absolutely.
catch parts of most of them. So
You've been supporting us for a while.
Yeah.
Since I feel like when we were on Facebook.
Popping in,
Hey,
yeah.
listen, I am a true believer that if us pros don't support what each other is doing, doesn't matter if it's Tiger Wear, Project, or Dynasty, or Spick and Span, or Play the Game podcast, anything that we're doing, if we're not there, Hormesis, probably missing a ton of people that are doing stuff in the pro league. But if we don't support each other and grow it, then how are we ever going to change the outlook and the landscape of what we do? We'll continually just be told what to do. So I support each and every one of you. I love what you're doing.
Stoked.
I hope everything is absolutely blessed, my boys.
Thank you,
Thank
man.
you.
I appreciate that. And yeah, like it goes without saying, but anytime you have a drop, let us know, and we'll remind everybody on the show. And that goes for any other pro players out there. We're happy to plug whatever you guys are doing. I know that some of the Tampa Bay guys have a lot of drops and things that they have going on. I know that Ronnie and yeah do some things. Tyler. So yeah, if you guys got stuff in the works, let us know, man. We got plenty of time to fill the air.
Yeah.
Plenty of dead air here at the Spick Span Show. Awesome, Thomas.
Thanks again. Good to see
All right,
you.
boys. Much love. Have fun on the practice layout. We'll see each other in a couple weeks. Huh?
Good luck,
Yes,
dude.
sir.
We'll see you out there. Later, dude.
Later.
Peace out.
Peace out. Awesome. Well, thanks to Thomas for jumping on. That was actually, dude, that was epic. That was really good, insightful show. Thanks to Carlton and who asked us. Was it Chris that asked us the other question?
Yeah.
Well, everybody who came out to Black Ops last weekend. We have We have no clinics lined up just in the close future because we have the Chicago event, and we've got Paris, and we've got the WCPPL local weekends out here. But if you guys want to have, if you're a field owner, a team owner, a player, anywhere in between, if you guys want to have any of us come out and host a clinic at your local field or anywhere really, let us know, or have your local field owner hit us up. I know Kyle and I are probably going to do a Spick and Span a clinic out in Kauai for the Hawaiian boys out in February. Marcelo and I are scheduling things we're all scheduling in 2023 right now. So if you guys want something set up in your area, let us know. Or if it's any of your own pro players or favorite pros outside of the two of us, contact them, reach out to them, and let us know. And
You might have to do a Spick and Span little
Here.
weekend here.
I know.
Maybe like one day activities, fun.
Yeah, we should do one. It actually, yeah. And we're also talking about doing something with either Hollywood Sports or Giant Party Sports again. The clinic out there went really, really well. So yeah, like I said, we'd be stoked to come out to you guys wherever you may be. And,
Yeah.
All right.
And then who also, something that Clayton Carlton brought up too this weekend, because he's like, he wanted to go out, take us out to dinner, but we already had plans with
right,
Nate and Eric, the owners. We do a lot of times when we can't come to the field, and it's even just a small conversations like Zoom calls. When we look over a field, help consult like some coaching, how to get the team pulled together. Just like any of these subjects, we're always down to do that too. So just reach out.
Very good point. Chicago layout drops tomorrow. If anybody would like to schedule Zoom calls with us and your team between now and the event to get some ideas on how to practice the field, practice the layout, get your guys together, keep everybody positive, or if you want to chat paintball, even if it's not even the Chicago layout, hit us up. Send us an email. Hit us up on Instagram. Hit us up on Facebook. Good luck getting back to us if it's in a timely manner. If you have our email addresses, do that. Mine is online, Ryan@RyanGreenspan.com. But just get a hold of us, and we can definitely set something up. We've done a lot of this in the past with breaking down layouts, setting up good drills, coming up with bunker names, lots of stuff that you guys may think you got a handle on that could be tweaked a little bit to become a little bit more efficient. All right?
Till next week.
See you next week. We'll have some insight.
And more free stuff.
Yeah. And the bounce shots.
Yes.
The bounce shot. We got a ton of great announcements, a huge show, and all the news and all the stuff that's going on. Possibly, allegedly. We are ripping right now. Get some sick giveaways. Amazing. Everybody.